Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for taking time to kind of listen to me talk about different things, knitting mostly, but I hope in the near future to kind of share some of the other things that I do enjoy doing. And yeah, just build a wee community with you guys and chat and learn from you guys as well. Today, I would like to create a video talking about the things that I have knitted in the year 2024. So it's my first time doing this. I'd like to just share some of the things that I've been able to do as a beginner, and hopefully that motivates a lot of, or different, some of you, right? To be able to pick up knitting if it's something you're interested in, but you're like, I don't know if I can do it. You can do it, trust me. And I didn't go to school to learn how to knit. I just watched a lot of YouTube videos and practiced. So here are some of the things that I have knitted in the year 2024. So I've tried to do this chronologically, but to be very honest, it's not. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to start with like more of the summer things, the things that I knitted this summer. So just for context, I started knitting ending of 2022, thereabout. The interest had been there earlier before then, but I started picking up one or two things around late 2022, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'm not going to share some of the things I knitted then. I'm just going to share the things I've knitted this year. So starting up will be this top by Ashley Lilies. So it is called a classic sweater t-shirt by Ashley Lilies. I knitted it using cotton yarn, so I'll put a picture up here for you to see what it looks like on me. I remember I really wanted to have something for summer, and hence why I was searching for what I could make that would be simple but that would also kind of fit into my style. And I would actually say this is the first time I'm using this color. How do I feel about it? Not my favorite. I don't like the color. But I stuck to it. I stayed dedicated to it because I really wanted to break that neutral tone girl type of thing and just slowly start embracing a bit of color, you know? In terms of the experience knitting this, I would say it's a 10 out of 10. But in terms of the fit and everything, it's not what I was looking for. So I sized up because I don't like fitted things, but in retrospect, I wish I had actually taken my exact size. I think I did a size 3 as opposed to a size 1, because again, I don't really like tight things on my body. So I thought, okay, sizing up will give it that baggy look, but it does take away from the vision that Ashley had and the vision that I also had, because the reason why I chose that pattern in the first place was because of the fit, how it looked like on Ashley and how I hoped it would look like on me. So I made a wrong choice with the size, but I also made a wrong choice with the color. I'm not really a fan of this color, to be very honest. So I'm considering giving it out as a gift. I've never worn it before. I only wore it on the day that I finished, just to take pictures to be like, hey, I finished it. I enjoyed the experience. Ashley, again, is a great teacher. If you know me, I talk about Ashley a lot, and she's a great teacher. So like in terms of knitting, so I would highly recommend her patterns. Like just go on her YouTube page or her Instagram, which I would also link down below for you to just surf and just see what she has. She's definitely one of my go-tos when it comes to knitting. It was my first time doing a short row, so that's where the second knit the second piece I'm going to show you, there's a story behind it because of this. So because it's my first time doing short rows, I struggled, so I gave up on doing this because the short rows on the sleeve. And so what then happened was, to keep the momentum going, I decided to crochet a mesh top, because this was frustrating me. So my second piece in 2024 would be this mesh top, and that was because of how frustrated I was with the green sweat t-shirt. This was also in the same yarn, so it's a cotton yarn. Both of them are cotton yarns by Paintbox. Yeah, this was very simple, very quick. I think I did this in 3 days with the time that I had when I was frustrated with this one. And I've only worn this once. To be very honest, I don't like the color. So when I purchased these two, right? I don't know why the cotton colors are not for me. I honestly thought this was gonna come out more cream, but it's actually more yellowy than I don't know if you can see that. It's more yellowy than I would like, and so for that reason I don't really like it. More like a banana yellowy color. I think the name of the color is actually banana yellow or something, but it was an oversight from me. I honestly thought it was more creamy, so because of that I will give this a 6. I've only worn it once and hopefully I can wear it again next year summer. It doesn't really get that hot here in Edinburgh, so it's not one of those things that I would wear very often. So we'll see how this goes. And then for the green, so once I finished with this, I had the momentum to pick this back up, and so now I kind of know how to do short rows. So for this, in terms of experience, I'll definitely give it a 9 out of 10 because again, Ashley explained it very well. But in terms of like fit and stuff like that, I'll probably give it a 4. Again, it doesn't fit me. I don't like the way it looks on me, to be very honest. So up next would be one of my favorite experience while knitting this year. So I made this during the autumn months. So yes, the green one took a really long time to knit because I knitted it, I think it was a 4mm. It was my first time using 4mm, and plus the construction was very different to what I have done before, so it took me a little bit of time to finish that up. But once I was done with it, I was really like excited to try something else. And I remember having this pattern, so it's actually a free pattern. I enjoyed making this. Like, it was so nice. It was so gratifying. I think it's the color change, but also the construction. I loved the construction of this sweater. It was bottom up, and it was just very simple and stocking net. I love stocking net. It's one of those things where if you don't want to think too much and you just want to keep knitting, just grab a sweater that is fully stocking net. So I had to knit in from bottom up, like I said, but then I had to pick up stitches at the sleeves to then knit the sleeves. I love the color change. Like this, for me, you would, if you know me, like I said, I am a neutral toned girl, but I don't know why this just works. It just works. I just love it. I feel like you can wear it with anything, and also I would say it's a perfect autumn sweater. I wouldn't wear this during the winter, or if I was going to, I would have to layer up a bit because it's not the warmest. It does keep you warm enough during the autumn, but if I was to wear this outside like during the winter, I would have to layer. So I've only worn this a few times since I made it in the autumn. The yarn that I use, it's the Sadar yarn. It's called Jewelspun. It's an iron weight yarn, 200 gram, and the color, let me see if I can find that. I'm not sure what color it is, but it's an acrylic yarn. It's a bit peely, just a little bit, but to be honest, like, I loved every bit of making this, and I also love wearing it. So for that reason, I am going to give it a 7, 8 out of 10. I guess just because I can't wear it during the winter, because I'd love to, or I don't really feel like it's warm enough during the winter, I would give it that. But I absolutely love this construction and the fit as well. Just perfect. The name is very befitting. No fuss. Like, you literally just, well, while knitting it, no fuss. While wearing it, no fuss. It's a very chilled sweater. So yeah, that would be that. And then coming closer to the colder months, I found a pattern on Instagram by Vicky knits called Teddy, the Teddy sweater. Oh, when I saw it, I just fell in love with the picture. I was just like, I need that in my wardrobe. Sorry, it's gotten quite dark all of a sudden. Hope you guys can see me. I was like, I need that in my wardrobe. And then I also realized that I didn't have anything in this color, and this is one of my primary colors. Like, oh, I have not weaved in that end. It's one of the colors that I wear non-stop. I like neutral things. So I was like, I don't have anything in this color, so why not make one, the Teddy sweater, in this color? The construction of this teddy sweater is actually in panels. It's my first time knitting in panels. I don't mind it, but I would say I'm not really a fan of the sewing in bits. I mean, thankfully there were videos that teaches you how to do the mattress sew, because that's the stitch that it asks you to do when you're attaching the sleeves, the back, and so on and so forth, the pockets and so on. Again, I'll attach a picture of me wearing it, but I wasn't really a fan of that process. So construction wise, maybe not my favorite. However, this is what was quite funny. I love the pictures and everything, finished making it. I was impressed, I was proud of myself, and then I put it on and I was like, this is absolute rubbish. I hated the way it looked on me. I just felt like it wasn't my style. I also found that the pockets were not like even on both sides, but I did it exactly to pattern. I didn't modify anything. So I was like, what is going on? I remember sending a picture to my boyfriend. I was like, this is the worst thing I have ever made in my life. But guess what? I have grown to absolutely love it. I would actually put this as one of the top things I've ever knitted. I adore it so much. It's actually, I think I've worn it the most. Yeah, out of all of my knits, I think this is the one that I have worn the most. Funny, because I hated it when I finished it. I thought it looked absolute like rubbish on my body, only for it to slowly grow on me, because I wasn't sure what to do. I was like, should I frog it? But I hate frogging, guys. If you've listened to one of my videos, I'm like, I don't like frogging. So I was like, I don't want to frog it. Like, after so much effort trying to make this, so I was just like, you know what, let me keep wearing it. Let me wear it as an indoor type of piece, and maybe it would grow on me. I absolutely love it now. It's like one of my favorite, like I said. So I'm pleased with it now. I wouldn't mind making another one. I used chunky wool by Wool Couture. I think that's what they're called, chunky wool by Wool Couture. Again, I will put it up on screen. It doesn't actually have a lot number, but it's the cream color. Now, this is the color that I really wished the mesh top was, but you can see it is not. You can see the difference. This is creamy, this is more like yellowy. So this is the color I was really hoping for the mesh top, but unfortunately I chose the wrong one. Anyway, so I love it now. I would love to make another one. I don't know what color to make in this one now, because yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I should make it in like brown? I don't know, tell me what color you guys think I should make it in, and surprise me, because again, I'm a neutral girl, but if you tell me to make it in another color, I will listen to you. If I do choose to make another one, let me know what color to make in this one. Every time I've worn this sweater, a lot of people always compliment me. Like, they always say, oh my god, I absolutely love your sweater, and I'm like, thank you. This sweater has gotten more compliments than any of my other pieces, and the funny thing is, it's the one that I really hated the most, but now I love it so much. But anyway, so I would give this an 8, only because I would have given this a 10, but only because I'm not really a fan of the sewing in. But apart from that, it's now my baby. My next project that I'd like to talk to you about that I knitted in 2024 is this. It's the Astoria cardigan by Kara's Knit. I enjoyed making this. I enjoyed it because it was my first time making a cable sweater. Okay, like, check it out. It was fun. I can't even lie. I never knew knitting cables were this fun. So I enjoyed doing that. It was so easy. Oh my goodness. To my surprise, I thought it was going to be very difficult, but it is actually not. And the funny thing is, there were no videos. There were no videos by Kara on how to make this. So I went by reading the pattern. Now that was a very daunting task. I was really worried, and I also have a friend who knits as well. So I asked her just a few questions when I was unsure. And there's a lot of videos on how to do cables, so that also helped me know how to do cables. I purchased the cable needle and I made this, and guys, it was so much fun, and it was quick as well, to my surprise. I can't remember how long it took me. I think it took me about 2 weeks. I used Hip Wool by Hip Knit, and color Power Puff Pink. I had to grab it, Power Puff Pink. I'm not really a fan of the color. It's not the type of color that I would normally wear. And so I remember asking on Instagram what to do with the yarn because I accidentally chose the wrong color. The color that I wanted was a lot pale than this, so it was a pale pink, but this is the Power Puff pink, so it's a bit pinker. So I remember asking on Instagram whether to return it, but yeah, they said no. And so I decided to commit, so I made it. While it looks really good, like I absolutely love the construction on my body and everything, I'm not really a fan of the color, so I'm slowly trying to grow into the color. And so for that reason, I will give it, what did I rate it? I would give it a 7, yeah. 7 was what I rated it, yep. I would give it a 7. It's beautiful, it was easy to make, very simple, quick as well. But for the color, I would say it's 7. Oh, one more thing I would say. If you ever do make this, be very mindful of the neck. I had to redo the neck about 3 times because the measurement in pattern was too small to go through my head. And I don't really have a big head, do I? No, I don't. But my hair is quite puffy. So I really struggled, and I still struggle getting it in through my head. So I have to like put in a lot of force to get it through even though I had redone it 3 times. So I would just say make sure you add a bit more rows when you're making the neck. She actually mentioned that in the pattern, so I would say take note of that. But apart from that, I think it was great. And I remember the first time I wore this, a lot of people were like, oh, pink, Doyi, you're wearing pink. And I'm like, yes, I know, crazy, right? Okay, up next would be the one that I'm actually wearing. It's also, again, me trying to come out of, wearing just plain, simple colors, neutral colors. I had a season where I really wanted stripes. Like something about stripes was just tickling my fancy. And I wanted it to be a very simple construction, but I couldn't find like a striped raglan sweater online. So what I then did was that I followed the construction of Ashley Lily's simple raglan. So she has a free pattern on her YouTube, and so what I did was to just modify it a little bit. I modified the sleeves, so hers is more fitted, so something like that. And I don't like fitted sleeves. I don't really like it. It's not my cup of tea. I don't also think it suits me well. I just really like long and open sleeves. I just absolutely love it. So I modified that bit, and then I also modified in terms of like the stripes. She had it in plain colors, but I decided to do a stripe instead because I really wanted a stripe, and I really wanted it to be very simple as well. So those are the ways I modified this. I did a size 2, I believe. Yeah, because I've noticed that when I do a size 3, it's always too big, and I don't want it to be too big. So the other thing I'm going to say about this is the color. So the colors I used were actually the leftover of this. So this was the chunky wool by Wool Couture in the cream color, and I also had a burgundy, and I'll show you what I made in the burgundy very soon. And so what I did was to mix the 2 colors together, and guys, I'm in love with it. Like, no fault at all. Okay, maybe one. The neck is a bit wide, but I think that's what happens when you do a size that is a bit bigger than yours. So what I think I will do next time, because I'm considering making another striped in the same raglan, is to size down in terms of my needles here so that it's a bit tighter and cinched, and it's not like, too... It looks good, don't get me wrong, but I just would like it to sit better, because sometimes I find myself doing this just so that it's, sitting a bit on my body as opposed to slanting to one side because it's a bit big around here. So I think when I'm making it again, I would just use a smaller needle here and then go back to the normal needle size here. I absolutely love this. I will give this an 8. Actually a 9 out of 10, and the reason why is just because of the neck. Apart from that, I loved making this. It was very quick as well. It took about, if I add up all the hours, maybe like a week or less, to be honest, because it's chunky wool and I love it. I purchased this burgundy and it was a leftover that I then used to make this. And what I used the original burgundy color for is this cardigan. It's also by Ashley Lilies. It's a free pattern. It's the Easy Button Cardigan by Ashley Lilies. I have 2 other colors of this. That's how much I love it. This is actually a 10 out of 10 for me. It's a 10 out of 10. It's just perfect. Color, mwah. The shape, mwah. The everything, mwah. It's warm. It's just perfect. This is actually one of my favorite things ever made, hence why I have 3 colors of it. I modified it a little bit as well. I changed the construction of the sleeve. Her sleeve was also fitting. Again, like I said, I don't like fitted sleeves, so I made mine wide. I didn't do any decreases. And I made mine, okay, for the first time I actually did my actual size, but I also made it quite short. So hers was a bit longer, but I made mine shorter because I really wanted the cropped version. So, but the gray one is long, sleeves are wide as well, and I did a bigger size, while the black one, which was my first ever knit, I tried to do it according to the way she said it, but I knitted her size, so it was quite big, but I love it. So the yarn again is the same as this in burgundy. It doesn't have a lot number, so I'm sorry I'm not able to give you that information, but apart from that, this is a 10 out of 10. I enjoy making it every time I make it. And I think I'm going to make another color and probably striped. I don't know, still thinking about it. Okay, my last finished project for 2024 so far, sock. Oh my goodness, this pair of socks gave me all kinds of emotions. I was happy, I was excited, I was frustrated, I was angry. I was impatient, I was patient, all kinds of emotion. But do you know what? That's why this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. I think I went through all kinds of emotions to then help me appreciate this sock. It's my first time making a sock, and I just want to say a big thank you to Tonya. Her name is Tonya. So the pattern is by Nerdy Knit, but her name is Tonya. It's on YouTube. So the pattern, the video, full video, guys. So without that video, God knows I will not make a pair of socks. But I've just been going through a season where I'm loving a knitted sock. So I really wanted to try. Now, it was either between this and another project, but on Instagram, people chose this. That I should do this first. So I made it. It took me a whole month. So imagine the labor of love that went into this. I have never used, I think it's a fingering weight yarn. I think that's what they call it. So it was on 2.25 millimeter. Guys, this pair of socks taught me a lot, and I am in love with it. The yarn that I used for this socks is the Cashmere Luxury Socks by Super. It's 100 gram, 400 meters long. So it's a 2x2 rib in front, but it also has a stockinette at the bottom. It's a cuff, so I started with the cuff and went down this way. And again, I will just link the video tutorial and the pattern in the description. Without her video, without her explaining to detail, I will not have made this, and I would not have been able to make it. And the funny thing is, she then has another video of a different way of constructing socks that I want to try. I'm not going to try that anytime soon because this took me a while. The other thing I wanted to say about this is that the 2x2 rib did make it a bit difficult for me. Like, it took a while. I don't think I enjoyed 2x2 rib, to be very honest. I love the way it looks. It comes out looking beautiful, but I just do not like the process of making 2x2 rib. I prefer just making stockinette because I'm just knitting. I'm not thinking too much, I'm just knitting, and I love that. That satisfies me. But I would be very honest to say this is rewarding. I love the color change, so the colors are definitely my cup of tea, except the green. I'm not really a fan of this green part, but you see the brown to the red to the sky blue. Mwah. I love that. And then the green, not really, but I could wear it. I don't mind. It's the part that's not really seen. You know, people would see more of this part. I think the only modification I made to this was I made my cuff a bit longer. Hers was a bit short, and I don't really like short socks. I really wanted mine to be quite long, but when I saw the process of just doing the 2x2 rib of the cuff and how long it was taking, I was like, just do what you can. Don't make it too difficult for you. It's already difficult enough. So honestly, I give this an 11 out of 10. The process was like long, I'm not gonna lie, but it's so rewarding, and I am so glad that I finally made it. And hopefully in the new year I'm going to try the other method that she read. I think that would be faster because it's all stocking net. It doesn't have the 2x2 ribs, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And hopefully I can find another yarn that I really like, because I really like this, and I have some leftovers as well. So this is an 11 out of 10. Yeah, I haven't worn it before, so I don't know when I'm gonna wear it, but I hope to wear it sometime soon because I'm really into socks recently. Okay, that's everything that I've completed, but I also wanted to share one more thing with you, because by the time this video is out, I think I would have been done with this. So this is the Sometimes sweater by Wool and the Gang. It's my first time using Wool and the Gang, their pattern, as well as the crazy sexy wool. I just realized I don't have anything in brown, and brown is one of those colors that is like my natural go-to neutral, right? So I was like, wait a minute, why don't I have anything in brown, but I'm making stuff in pink? You know, so I decided to purchase the pattern, and it was during Black Friday, so it was discounted. Rather than paying about 100 and something pounds, I paid 86 for everything, the pattern and the wool. I didn't purchase the needles because I already have all the needles that I needed for this sweater. So I also wanted to reward myself for how long this took, so I wanted to make a chunky sweater just to reward myself, because I needed that pat on the back, you know, for doing this. So well done for doing this. Hence why this is like chunky. I'm knitting this on a 12 and 15 millimeter needle, so it's going by very fast. I really want to work with 5 and 6 millimeter needles, because a lot of people have been saying that's the sweet spot. So I have something planned for them. It's a Dima sweater. I think it's called Dima. I don't know how to say it. Dima. But that's something I'm looking forward to working on after this, and it's probably going to be in 2025, like my 2025 knit. But yeah, looking forward to what this is going to look like. Sometimes sweater by Wool and the Gang, and yeah, I just want to reward myself with this. And it's also, the construction is also what I said I wasn't really a fan of. It's the knitting flat and then joining, but hey, it's fine, I can do it. It's going by fast anyway, so before I know it, it'll probably be done. But yeah, that's that, and that would be me. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let me know, what are you guys knitting? Because one of the things I love to do is to just go on my phone, on Instagram, on Etsy, Ravelry, and just scroll through knits. I'm looking forward to making more feminine, pretty type of tops, and I say that because I recently went on a date with my husband and realized I'm always wearing the same top because I don't have any of those like pretty feminine tops to wear for the day, you know. So I was like, I want to knit more of something like that. So that would be in 2025, hopefully, and I would share that journey with you guys. But I want to know what are you guys knitting, because then something you're knitting might be something I'm interested in, and you know, something that you've just seen me knit or done, you might be interested in it. So I'd like to know what you're knitting. But thank you once again, and I really enjoyed making this and just thinking through, you know, some of the things that I've made. Anyway, I shall see you in the next video. Don't forget to let me know what you guys are making, and yeah, enjoy. Oh, happy new year, by the way. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas, and looking forward to a wonderful new year. All right, until then, bye.